Hi, and welcome to week 3 of our stretching program. So hopefully by now you've taken 2 weeks worth of the previous week's exercises. So week 1 for a week and then week 2 for a week. And you've been testing yourself out weekly. So have your flexibility scores been improving? Let me know. It'd be great to hear from you. And it's been great to hear from all the people undertaking our program so far. Let me know the stretches you like, and more importantly, the stretches that you don't like, or perhaps the stretches that are causing you issues. That's all quite normal. We're going to all be more flexible, less flexible in certain areas. So this is really about highlighting where your weaknesses are. So feel free to drop us a line. But we'll get going into week 3 now. So as usual, what we're going to do is start with our dynamic stretching. So what you want to be doing is we'll start off by just kicking that leg forward. So we're just going through slowly, just lifting the legs. And what you can do as you go through is lift a bit further, a bit higher time. Good. And we'll go one more on each side. Next one, we're just going to go into some heel flicks where we're looking to get a dynamic stretch through the quads. And remembering with this dynamic stretching, we're looking to prepare the muscles, to warm the muscles so that we get the effects out of our stretching session that we're about to undertake. One more on each side. Good, and then we're just going to open up our groin, just to work through that groin tissue. And you'll notice as I land, I'm just bouncing all the time rather than keeping it flat. I'm trying to get my heart rate up a little bit. We should start to feel a little bit breathy as we're just getting the body working, getting a good blood supply, getting us warm to get a good stretch. Good, through we go. And then we're going to go one more on each side. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to close. We're just going to work through there. That's it. Good, just closing that hip through. Good. One more time. Good, okay, and then we're just going to move to some hip flexor ones. So taking that leg backwards, and you see, I'm still just bouncing in between. Good. And we're going to go one more on each one. And then we're just going to move into our calf work. So this is just where we're just doing those light squats where the key movement is driving that knee over the top of the toes. Good. Good. Go in. One more time. Perfect. Just shake out those legs. Hopefully we're feeling nice and warm now and ready to start our stretching session. So a reminder that all of our static stretching, we want to be holding for at least 30 seconds throughout this program. And if there are ones that you find difficult or you find uncomfortable to do, you have 2 weeks worth of knowledge of how to stretch this same muscle group with a different way. So if one's difficult, go back to one from week 1 or 2, which you can undertake comfortably, because we are looking to progress as we move through these 4 weeks. So first up, we're going to go into our glute stretch. Now, all I want you to do is place one leg on top of the thigh there. So you're almost creating this 4 shape, and then just start to lean forwards. So it can be a little bit wobbly. You saw myself there. It's fine to hold on if you need to, but you're just looking to go into this stretch. And the more forwards you lean, the bigger the stretch. And you should be feeling that pull around the hip. We're just going to hold that there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax out. And then we're just going to go on to the other side, and we're just going to pull through there. Just should be feeling that pulling around that left hip. Good, and then as we get further into that stretch, the bigger the stretch becomes. But a reminder, we don't want to be bouncing in that stretch. You don't want to take the stretch to the point where you can't maintain it and your muscles are recoiling to pull you back. Just go as far as you can go. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax slowly out that stretch. We're going to move into our hamstrings now. Nice, easy one to get into standing, because all we do, the leg that we're looking to stretch, we just put forwards, and we keep that leg nice and straight and the heel on the floor. We're then going to, almost like we're sitting back into a chair behind us, just bend the other leg. And in that straight leg, you should then feel a pull just at the back and at the top of the leg there. And then we can just hold that for a few more seconds. And then you'll know by now that we have these 3 hamstrings, so we can look to pick out each of them. So if we turn our foot out, you'll feel that move working on the inside. And then we can turn the toe in and you'll feel that a little bit more on the out. Good, just going to hold that stretch there. Good, another few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're just slowly coming out of that stretch. And we're going to repeat it on the other side. So that foot goes forward, leg that you're looking to stretch. The leg stays straight as we then sit back by bending the other leg. Okay, so I just drive my bottom backwards and then keep this leg nice and straight, and you'll feel that pulling in the back there. Now, the bigger the stretch you get, the more you lean forwards. We just hold that one. You can put your weight onto your leg if you want, or just look forward yourself. And then again, we'll just take that toe out, and you'll feel that stretch in the same area, but slightly different. And then take that toe in. And then we're just slowly going to look to come out of that stretch. Okay, what we want to do now is stretch out our quad tissue. Now, for this, you can use a wall or you can use a prop. So I've just got a chair here. Chairs work well, sofa, something like that can work well. And all we look to do, now with this one, we're going to kneel down. So if kneeling can be a little bit uncomfortable for you, which is quite normal, you can use a pillow or a cushion underneath your knee. But all you're looking to do is place the foot onto that chair, up against the wall, whatever you're using, and then we just look to lean back into that stretch, and you'll feel that pulling through the front there. So just through here as I fix back and I look to just lean into that stretch. So you look to hold there. Good. That one working through. You can lean a little bit further back if you can. And we'll just come out of that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly come out of that stretch. And we just look to change over onto the other side. So again, I'm just going to look to put that foot onto there. As I look to drop down into the stretch. And then I can just look to lean backwards. And for me, I feel straight away that right-hand side being tighter there. So I know that that's somewhere I might want to spend a little bit of extra attention this week when I'm doing my stretches. Good. Just leaning back into that stretch. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, we'll slow down that stretch. And we're going to look to go into our hip flexor stretch now. So this is one like that we did at week 1, where we get into this position here, where the foot sits a bit in front of the knee. The other knee is back below our hip, and we just rock forwards. And you should feel that through that hip flexor there. Bring our hands above our head and we tip ourselves back for a bigger stretch. And now for this sort of week 3 extension, what we're going to do is just turn away from the side we're stretching. So if I'm stretching here, I turn this way, and that should add to the stretch. Good. Keep holding in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to come back, and then we're just going to change over. Good. And we're just going to go into that position where we lean into the stretch, hands go above the head as we tip our chest back, and then we just look to rotate there and hold. Good. And as I say, you should be feeling that coming through the front there, and this twist should just add an extra dynamic to the stretch. Good. 5 more seconds. Just ease a little further into that stretch. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to come back. Okay, what we're now going to look to do as we're in this position is get a nice sort of back latch stretch. So we're just going to go into this sort of 4-point kneel position, and all I want you to do is just reach under with that arm as far as you can go, and you'll start to feel those upper back area just being stretched out. A nice one to do for that upper back. Reach a little further. 10 seconds to go. And as we come back, and we'll reach around the other way. Good. Feel that pulling through there. Lean a little bit into it. Reach right round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and as we're down into this position, we'll look to work our groins. This is what we typically call the butterfly stretch a lot of the time. We just place both of our feet together, which drops us into this kind of position. Now, the amount of natural resting length that you have in your groins will determine how far you go, but you're looking to just take that to a position, and you can pull the in for a bigger stretch and just look to push down. And then to add to that stretch, you can also lean forwards, and you should be getting a good stretch in there. So just get to that point and then hold. Good. Hopefully this is one that as the weeks progress, you'll notice those knees going further closer towards the floor there. It's very similar to the Faber test that we do, or the figure 4 test, where we're trying to drive that knee down towards the floor with that added flexibility. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now, for the final stretch today, or the final area where we're going to work our calf area, I'm going to use a step. So I'm just grabbing a step here. So this can be a step like it's a sort of aerobic step, but it could be a step like the bottom stair at home, or it could be an outside step. I appreciate you might not have one of those, but it's one to sort of watch this and then go and have a go, because it's a very popular stretch amongst our clients, this one. People really like this one to get a good sort of release through that calf area. So what you look to do is just place just the balls of your feet onto the step so that my heels are hanging off. And then what I look to do is just drive my heel down towards the floor. I can add to that stretch by then leaning forwards, encouraging that movement of knee over toe. And that can give me a really nice sort of stretch. That calf tissue, and a really easy one to sort of remember, just as you're going up the staircase, take 30 seconds at the bottom stair to get a really good stretch through there. Good. Just keep that moving through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we can get that bent knee stretch, that getting into soleus. Now I find this one a little bit easier off of one leg, so I'm just going to that one leg and just hold in there, holding through that soleus tissue. Good. 10 more seconds. And relax, and we're going to go on the other side. Good. Again, we're just going to bend that leg and just have that a little bit lower. It just takes the calf off of slack just to be really working into this lower soleus area. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly come out of that stretch. And that's it. That's week 3 all completed as we've worked our way through those crucial muscles. So again, as ever, my normal tips now are the 10 minutes or so that this has taken. Try and repeat that every day for its best benefits. Make sure you're retesting. See those improvements. Let me know about those improvements and keep at it, because it's so important that we keep exercising, we keep building our strength work, but don't forget, we don't want to tighten up. We want that mobility that keeps us pain-free. I look forward to seeing you at week 4. Go get stretching.